Right, I want to give you some great ideas for New Year's resolutions if you're a youth worker. I think these are all very simple game changers that if you commit to, your youth ministry with your young people will be more fruitful in 2022. Number one, resolution to read the Bible more for yourself than for your teaching. What I mean by this is don't spend the most time reading your Bible when you're prepping resources or prepping talks. It should feed you, so from the overflow you can feed others. Don't just read your Bible when you're planning to teach it to others. Number two, a resolution to spend an hour at least once every 3 months with every single volunteer individually. Take them out for a coffee. If your team is too large for that, then spend time taking your main core group out and get them to do the same for others and empower them to have responsibility over those other volunteers. In those one-to-one times, don't just do supervision, find out about their lives, find out about what's working for them, find out where you're not utilizing them, find out how to pray for them, and find out how to empower them. Number three, and this might be a big one for some of you, do less stuff. Have a look at your calendar, your timetable, and go, which of these projects are getting my best? Which of these projects are providing the most fruit? And most importantly, which are not getting your best because you're overloaded? Have a look at all your projects and go, do you know what? This one could be really great if I had time and people and resources to commit to it. So I'm going to take them from these other projects. Do less things, but do them well. Number four, commit to praying for your young people. Have a list of all your young people as names and go through one or two every day. Just spend 5 minutes committing to pray individually by name for young people in your groups. Number five, give out more responsibility. Look at your plate, look at your job, look at your ideas and go, which ideas am I not doing because I've got too much stuff to do? And look at how you can delegate some more of your tasks, more of your jobs, more of your responsibility to other people. Empower them, equip them, and delegate. And when you delegate, nothing wrong with checking in, making sure they're okay, making sure they're well equipped, but you need to back off so they feel like they've got the responsibility to get on with it. Is this six? I don't know, let's say six. This one's quite an interesting one. Can you communicate a coherent strategy for what you're doing in a paragraph? What I mean by that is look at all your projects, all your young people, all your ministry and go, do I know what this is for? Can I communicate it to other people? People who might want to give money to support us, people who might want to volunteer, people who might want to come. Can I communicate it clearly and simply? Find a way of communicating what you do well and clearly. Once you've got that, you can measure all your aims and objectives. You can measure your wins and see if you really are being effective. Number seven, I think. We'll say seven. Read more intentionally. People always say I'm going to read more this year. I'm going to read 50 books. I'm going to read 100 books. I'm going to read a book a week. And that's fine. I'm a big reader. I love to read. But it's much more important that you read intentionally. So I would say rather than identifying 52 books you want to read this year, identify 10 or even 5 or even just one that you think will have a big impact on your work. So spend a few weeks borrowing books, reading ebook samples, finding recommendations and scanning books and finding which ones you want to spend some time with. Read books intentionally and do check out some of my other videos which give book recommendations. It's much better to read less books and less resources that have a bigger impact than oversaturating yourself with information that you don't completely take in. Next resolution, be a proactive personal evaluator of your messages. What I mean by that is every time you do a talk or lead a Bible study, take 10 minutes on your own to write down what you think went well and what didn't. Maybe do a SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. What went well, what didn't, what opportunity did you miss, and what external thing got in the way of you doing it well. If you do that every time you teach, your messages will be clearer and you'll be far more helpful. And my final resolution idea for you today is very simple: get yourself a coach. I don't care if you've been doing it 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years, get yourself a coach. A coach is not someone who needs to be better at you than youth work. It's not how a coach works. A coach is designed to help you work through problems and issues and ideas as a bounce board, as someone you can reflect ideas to and they can reflect them back to you and help you achieve the best ministry that you can in your situation. There are some terrific freelance coaches around the UK. I'll put some descriptions to them below, including myself. But I also want to say, if you work for an organization like a denomination or a large charity, check in with your HQ. You might find there are some coaches there available for you as well. So there are, was it 10? I have no idea. There's a whole bunch of ideas that you can do New Year's resolutions with if you're a youth worker. Hopefully that's been helpful. I'll see you next time.